Well, hello, good morning, and it's your old mate Dave, back with you once again, off on another one of our transport adventures. This time we're in Crewe in Cheshire, and we're sort of 2 seconds away from the new bus station, which has recently opened, and also they've gained an enormous great car park. Nobody, of course, could ever park in it, because all the roads into Crewe are closed, so you sort of get thrown around the extremities of the place in circles and circles, round the hospital, out into the country. You go to Nantwich, then I think you go down to Stoke, then you come back in again on another road, and then you get thrown out again because the last road into town's shut. Hey, good job I haven't got a train to catch, is it? Are you with it? Yeah, and so what do you do then? Well, actually most people would probably give up and go home, but who would want to go to Crewe anyway? Anyway, we shall see what we shall see of the new bus station and their rather silly road system. And I'll catch up with you later. Well, we've arrived at the new bus station, and all very plush it looks. I don't think the buses have changed much though. Well, I think this one was sat there last time we came. Just one thing sort of missing really, isn't there? A few buses. Well, what do you think of it so far? Who's that said rubbish? It's sort of nice, and it's low key, and it's sort of very posh for a town like Crewe that's not got much to its name. And I suppose it makes the train station look pretty dilapidated. I came in on it. I didn't expect to be coming into it, but I got all my camera equipment stolen in Belgium. I flew back into Heathrow, then had to get the train up to Crewe. I don't know if it was a different platform than usual, but by God, it looked a bit dilapidated. Nice wave from the driver. Always been a very friendly place though. Very often is with a sort of rather down at heel places. Nice sight though, isn't it? Really, you know, all the D&Gs. Nice to be somewhere where it's not all Stagecoach or Riva, Go Ahead, etc. First, yes, they're still going. There's another one coming in now. Oh, it's all happening. I've got a feeling as the sun goes around, it becomes a little bit more convenient for getting them coming in. Micro coaches. Coming in. Yes, it's another D&G. Certainly picked up. First few minutes was rather slow. Must be coming up to the hour or half hour or something. I don't know. Bound to be a clock in there somewhere. I don't bother with them. Cheers. Well, that was all rather lovely actually. The driver coming in had actually sort of pulled up and he was waiting for me to get a shot wherever I wanted. Gosh, really sort of humbles you sometimes. People are so helpful and friendly, and I think when they're not, it comes as a shock, because obviously the majority of people are helpful and friendly. I recognised the lad on doing the security, I think it was the last time I came, and oh, he's absolutely lovely. You know, it's just sort of, it's the way everywhere should be really. And well, we might not have the most buses in the world at the Crewe bus station, but we've got local operators, and we've got friendly folk. And Crewe, once an incredibly important place, especially for the railways, but you know, things sort of change, don't they? They die away a bit. And this one's going to go off out the other way. Say later on it won't really matter too much, because when the sun swings round we can get them going both ways. Gorgeous day, the first sort of warm day of the year really, up here in the frozen north. This is first up from Potteries. Most places look a little bit better for the sake of a bit of sunshine. I can think of places a lot bigger than Crewe who've got nothing like such an extensive bus facility as this. Rather makes up for all those lean years, doesn't it? Where they had to make do and mend what was left of the old depot. Mind you, near us, Northwich, massive bus station com depot there. Now you've got a couple of stops on the road and not much else. We've got Stagecoach next. That's notching up our count of operators, isn't it? Quite sure where he's coming in from. Not one of Stagecoach's finest, but all are welcome. Bit of a variety in the lineup there, isn't there really? D&G, first, Stagecoach. Now he's going to come out our way, isn't he? Yep. So really it's more or less replicates the way it was at the other bus station, sort of more or less. Big smile, waving the driver. Change of stance. And he's coming out our way, is he? Is he or is he not? No, he's going to the way. Come on, we can get a rear shot, can't we? That's nice. I think Stagecoach might be away. a chance to see where he's going. Where's he going? Nantwich. And that comes under the Ribble banner, no less. Rather enchanting, the idea of Ribble in Crewe. Oh, go on then, tell me they've always had roots here. I know. Well, we've managed 25% of our film so far. Where's that sun? It's just gone a little bit behind the light hazy clouds. The temperature's not bad. I've got my summer kit on now. I've got my shorts and sandals and short sleeve shirt. You can't say that when you've had a couple, can you? And I'm ready for our next trip, which is just a few days away now, and we're going back to Albania, taking the girls there and doing a bit of holiday stuff, and hopefully getting a lot of shots of the trucks and the buses. Doris, pretty good for that sort of thing. And lots of hot weather, which will probably mean the moment we leave Britain, the rainy, windswept place is going to be nice itself. I think the one up the top, which way is he going? Nice if we come back out this way. Yes, I think we've got it. Yes, we've got it covered. Excuse me, mate, you can't go. Oh, why is that then? Well, you were the only bus we got in the bus station now. If you go, it's going to be empty. Ah, timetables are timetables. Just shows you how quickly what looks quite a little bustling place is quickly devoid of all passenger transport. Oh, I'll pop into the railway station. Is it round the corner? No. Why would it be? This is a transport interchange. Is it? What can you interchange with? Bicycle? Your car if you left it in the big new car park, but not at the moment, it's not open yet. They're still building the road here. Oh. Ah. He crept in by the back way, didn't he? Ah. Good job I was on the ball, wasn't it? Oh. Ah, you're right, you can go now because you've got another one. You won't be lonely. We don't like to see them sitting there on their own, do we? I had quite an experience yesterday. I went to look at the new bus station in Stockport. Needless to say, probably it isn't quite like this. There's a bus every 10 seconds. Nah, about every 15 seconds. Yeah, it's all go there, but nothing was like as relaxed as this. And I couldn't park the car anywhere there. A bit like here, it was all something weird. Not that it's weird here, it was dead straightforward putting the car in a car park. And the lady I was asking directions from, she said, well, it's a long way to the town centre. It was about 2 or 3 minutes walk. But yes, on the I ended up parking on the sort of fringes out towards Cheadle Way, and then I hopped on the Stagecoach Enviro 400, the old ones, and in the old livery, believe it or not. No, not on the stripes, the other old livery. And it was all right, but I'll tell you what, at sort of like early afternoon, there was some motley passengers on there. Later on, returning, I got the route that shadows that one, and it was commuters at the end of the working day. All very normal, but you can see sometimes why people balk at the sight of a bus and the fact we're going to go on the bus. It certainly brings you in touch with all of life. Yeah, with the car parks in Stockport, you had to be young enough to have one of these computers on a phone or whatever they do, or wave their faces at it or something, or perhaps they wave something else. Dave, no, you're not to go that way. Okay, well, anyway, we've got another Stagecoach coming now. Decker, you're joking. No, I'm serious. Honestly, trust me. There we go. He's in the Chester routes. Chester, another bus station which we visited when it was young. Now if you travel to the other end of the country, you probably want something a little bit more active than this. But when it's only down the road, normally, taking heed of my notes at the beginning. What notes are those? I told you when we got sent around via Calais or something. I thought it was a bit wet. No, it's they've been doing it for years and years. About 25 years I think it was. Well, perhaps I exaggerate a little. It's they've been messing about with the roads here for so long. Mind you, sort of given the status of the hospital, it's probably a good job that not too many people go there. We've got another bus coming in. Perhaps it's another first. Different livery. Just going to swing round. I used to think that was a microbus. Back to DG. after I've finished here, I'm going to go over to Waterstones, which is near the Lyceum Theatre. We used to go to the Lyceum quite a lot, and I suppose what I remember best is Gendod Lyceum Theatre, Crewe. Yeah, it all makes sense, doesn't it? Have you got your flasks and your pillows, love? It really did go on, and it was nothing to be seeing the end about 9:30, 10 o'clock. That'd go. It'd be 11 o'clock. You could rent him out as an alarm clock, couldn't you? You'd be able to ignore that sound, isn't it? Is it funny that smallest vessels make the most noise? How very true. Another of the new buses on the D&G. In fact, there's another D&G behind that. Oh, there's the latent link. I don't know how he gets here. I have no idea. Perhaps he comes in via Canterbury or something. No idea how you'd get here to Leighton. All the roads that you'd normally take are shut. I remember, and I was going down to see Peter Waller, the Sec, at the OTA down in Shrewsbury. I go down there monthly, more or less, and we have some very serious meetings there. Well, you know, we're seriously down the local pub, and what was I going to say? Oh, diversions, that was it. And I was on the sat-nav, and it wanted to take me by a Crewe. I don't know why. I wouldn't go that way normally, but anyway, I followed it and I got diverted. Then I got diverted off the diversion. Yeah, wait for it, you know where I'm going. Yes, I got diverted off the diversion to the diversion. By that stage I gave up. I switched my sat nav on again. I thought I knew where I was, and now I didn't. I thought it was a bit funny really when all the writing was in German and that big puddle was in the way, but I'll never forget that trip. Actually, there's no diversion, there's one diversion sign which sort of takes you away from where the road isn't, and after that you're on your own, pal. You are on your own. We've got some fantastic councils here, really smashing if you want a bit of a laugh. The trouble is most people weep because it usually means something bad happens to them. We're in Cheshire, Western Cheshire. That bounces off the tongue, doesn't it? Yeah, I know. I'm going to go, my guess is micro. Because I could be wrong. Are you ever wrong, Dave? Yes, frequently. I was correct, it is micros. Well, so they're nice for an enthusiast, aren't they? Because we like that type of thing. Leighton's off, it goes out the other way. Oh, that is really going to be it. Not a bus left. Because by the time he goes to Leighton, it's going to be about 2 years before he gets back here. Have you got your flask and your sandwiches, mate? The sandwiches. Did you see that awful thing they did on us that went out on Channel 5? Thankfully there's a bus coming in. Yes, Mandy was seen very briefly packing a sandwich. Gosh, where were you going, Dave? Well, we were going all the way to near Stafford. Gosh, don't they have ordinary food there? Well, sort of. Very brief shot of that, brief shot in one of my layouts, my bus station I think it was, and then we check in the hotel and we've got Mandy and her elderly husband. Cheeky gits. Next for B&G we've got one with route branding, no less. Oh yes. Oh, we get it all here, you know. Yes. Crewe and Nantwich, fast and direct. There's a bit of competition there, isn't there? Stagecoach and B&G. I don't think the passengers really, or pedestrians, don't really care where they walk. It's not exactly holy territory on the bus apron, and nobody gets a ticking off for being there. I suppose the likelihood of being hit by a bus is fairly minimal. But I like to sort of, you know, show the way it should be done and keep off it. Who remembers the end of the old Stoke bus station, Hanley bus station? The old one. Well, not the old one. I don't even remember that. We had a sort of rally there getting on towards the end of it. And oh gosh, everybody was getting wound up. They were afraid of upsetting the sort of management or the operator, and you know, we were leaping out into the apron, and it was all on a Sunday, right? You know, it wasn't that many buses, but hey ho. That's always what drew me to sponsorship of the Northwest Vehicle Restoration Trust at Kirby, is that their dues were always fairly low-key marshalling, and it's grown into a sizable event now. We have quite a few routes, and we have a few stops now. Oh yes, it's getting bigger and bigger every year. But yeah, a low key. That's all you need, these things. Low key gets you a long way. We've just got another one coming in. think it's very much a Crewe changeover point. Another D&G coming in, quickly spotted. Another D&G coming down from towards the town. We'll let this one go and then swing around and pick the other one up. It's the Leighton Hospital run in the other direction. Well, tomorrow I was going to go down and film in Oxford, but Andy had a tooth out the other day, and then mine started playing up, and so I've got to go and have a tooth out on Friday before we head off to Albania. Another first just coming in from the potteries, just heading down our way. We'll pick him up in a tick. Leighton is coming out. The sun really is beating down. I'm going to have to get in practice. I doubt if the temperature's any more than about 22 or 23, and it's going to be continually 30, 31, 32 over in Albania. I wonder if we're going to get something different coming in. That's what we need. Something different. Preferably deckers. Preferably sort of a bit tatty and old. Perhaps a school working. It is school term at the moment. God, have you noticed they seem to be on holiday every other week? Gosh, one minute they've had Christmas, then they're off for half term or something. Then it's Easter, that lasts about 6 months, and it's summer holidays. How do they fit in going to school between them all? When I was at school, the Toad, or Todd, as we called the headmaster, used to hang up his cane for a couple of weeks in the summer. He had to get back and start practicing though. Of course, he had to keep his hand in, as they say. Very bizarre teachers we had, but they still wore gowns and mortarboards and stuff like that. Honestly, yeah, they really did at a grammar school. Yeah. And our maths teacher, Mr. Dyer, oh, he was like all ragged gown and that, and he used to come on his push bike. Sort of very, very goodbye, Mr. Chips, isn't it? We could do with a few traditions here, couldn't we? There's room enough for them. Perhaps the sort of bus station manager, I don't know if there is one of them, but will come out with a little trumpet and do a little fanfare every time a service was due to go. That would be very retaining, wouldn't it? And fitting for Dingley Dell like this. And he's going to go and have a layover. Yep, it's time for a rest. Oh, it's hard giving you all in Dingley Dalshire. There you go, da-da-da-da. The trumpet blew. I think the bus station controller does exist. He thought he'd come and have a word, but he was a little worried that when I move round I might go near the edge of the pavement. I said, what about the pedestrians who sort of walk across the concourse? He said, well, he said they don't listen to anybody. Oh, bless. I'll tell you, that trumpet would have been a good idea. Another one coming down, one of the new ones. And perhaps there'll be a pass. This one on his way out and that on the way in. No, I think this one's going to get out first. Probably one of the ones we've already got. Possibly not. I think it changed driver, so it could be. Yeah, I think he was just filling in time really, because it's gone over there and had a jet natter with somebody now. Anyway, there you go. Very pleasant. Banging a few more buses and it'd be pretty darn good, wouldn't it? Stagecoach inbound. Well, I think we're going to get into repeats now, unfortunately, and any desire to see anything else a little bit more exciting is rather fading away, which we'll do our best. And this lab was in earlier on, I've never seen it then. Another first coming up the road, I think. This is bound going back to Hanley. They're still well into the old route brandings in the potteries. Like the old days, every bus had a different bobby on it. Who's old enough to remember that? No, not even I. If I'd have grown up in the potteries, I'd have no doubt remembered. I was looking at Eric Wayne's models on Facebook, and still the love affair with the many independents in that neck of the woods. And brings back happy memories of the days there with the Model Bus Federation, and later on as sponsor of the POPS, Potteries Omnibus Preservation Society's rally at Barlaston at the Wedgwood Centre. We supported them, financed. I think we paid for the insurance, which was quite hefty actually, and but what we did in the end was we were quite switched on, so I gave them a sum which covered the payment, and I give it to them as a gift so that they could get the tax back on it. So it worked out very well. Unfortunately, eventually Wedgwood wanted to sell off a large chunk of their park there, and now there's a sort of posh housing estate on it. We went for a trip once just to have a look and see what had happened to it. It was a lovely setting for a rally. We tried the Stoke football ground for a while. We had 2 or 3 there, but it wasn't the same, and they weren't very pleasant people particularly, were they? It's a shame they're not like the lovely people at Morecambe. There, the people at the football ground couldn't be more helpful, and annually host a sort of Lancashire Ribble etc. rally, We have some marvellous events in the northwest though, we really do. We're very lucky. I was just having a crack with one of the drivers about the sort of road closures, and they only just got the roads open again, and then the council decided to shut them all again. I don't know what that was all about, but I was just joking out how on earth they managed to get from Leighton Hospital back to Crewe. Well, the sun's gone in a little bit more tricky with the lighting. Very kind, very pleasant driving. What a change. Wow, they are nice places actually. Ish. The Stagecoach, us back, bringing the presence of a double-decker back. Be nice if I had time to hang about and get the sort of school services later on in the day. Well, that's it, I'm afraid. The end of another one of our transport adventures, this time in Crewe, Cheshire, and it's June 2024. It's always a pleasure having you along with us on our transport outings, and as I always tend to say these days anyway, stay well, keep safe, be good, and if you can, be kind to others. And I know I'm not always that way when I get in the front of the camera, but we must try our best. On behalf of Mandy, she's off getting her nails done this morning, and myself, God bless, and we'll see you all again on another one of our ventures soon. Bye for now, everybody. Goodbye.